How's it going, everybody? This video is actually in response to a TikTok comment that I got randomly from somebody asking what insurance coverages you actually need if you run an auto repair shop. And he also mentioned that he does have some dealer exposure where he is selling cars out of that same facility. So this video will be a little bit more specific to the coverages here in Michigan that I know an auto repair shop with dealer exposures would need, but I can imagine there are a lot of similarities from one state to another. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Brian. I'm an independent insurance agent based here in the state of Michigan, Metro Detroit specifically, and I work with businesses on their commercial insurance programs, as well as helping families and individuals with their personal insurance, their home, their auto insurance as well. My goal with this channel is to pass on a little bit of educational information to you so that you can make more informed decisions around your insurance and then overall help answer any questions that you might have. So let's get into it. And before we get too far into the video, I do want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, and if you find this video helpful, useful, anything like that, please feel free to like, share, pass it along with anyone else as well. So first, with an auto repair shop or a dealer, there are obviously going to be a lot of moving parts. You're dealing with customers, you're dealing with customer vehicles, maybe any vehicles that have your dealer plates on them. And also if you have employees, there's just overall a lot going on with the business. So you might be wondering what coverages you actually need to have in place. And before we get too far into it, I do want to preface this by saying that unfortunately there are not a lot of insurance companies out there that do underwrite auto repair shops or dealers because of how specific the coverages can get and just overall the loss ratios and claims that a lot of insurance companies have had related to auto repair shops. The underwriting market is pretty tight when it comes to these types of businesses. So sometimes as agents, depending on the operation, we do have to go to what is called the wholesale insurance market. And this is where we would have access to insurance companies that we might not have direct company contracts with. But overall, to start, the main insurance policy that a lot of auto repair shops will be looking into is what is called Garage Liability Insurance. And this essentially combines general liability and auto liability into one single policy. So it'll help cover things like property damage and bodily injury claims related to your business operations. For example, if maybe an employee damages a customer's vehicle during a test drive, or something like a customer slipping and falling in the shop. These are situations where this policy would come into play. And then next is Garagekeepers Coverage, and this helps protect your customers' vehicles while they're in your care, custody, and control. So if a car you're repairing gets damaged, gets stolen, maybe it gets vandalized, there's a fire at your facility, while it is on your property and in your care, Garagekeepers Coverage is what would help pay for those costs. It's essentially coverage for vehicles that you don't own but are responsible for. And now, if you do sell cars out of this same location, you'll likely need a coverage called dealer's open lot coverage, or sometimes called dealer's blanket coverage. And this covers the actual vehicles that your business has in inventory for sale. And it would help with the physical damage coverage for these vehicles. So things like hail, theft, vandalism, or collision coverage if maybe a customer takes a vehicle on a test drive. And now in most dealer situations, a lot of times they will have a all-encompassing garage policy that combines both the exposures for the auto repair side of the business and the dealer side into one single policy. But a simple way to think about this is your garage liability will be your general liability and auto all combined into one. Your Garagekeepers policy will cover your customers' vehicles from physical damage coverage while they're in your care. And then dealer blanket coverage covers your own business's vehicle inventory. Now beyond these more auto repair and dealer specific coverages, you might also be looking at commercial property insurance if you do own the building that your business works out of. And then you also want to make sure that you have business personal property contents coverage on this commercial property policy for any expensive equipment, lifts, tools, or other equipment that your business might own. And then also looking at business income coverage. This helps replace your business's lost revenue and income after a covered claim, such as something like a fire. So this can be very important to have in place and have at an accurate amount. And then here in the state of Michigan, if you do have any employees, you are going to be required to carry workers' comp insurance. This helps protect employees if they are injured on the job. And then depending on your business operation, your size, you might also need to look into coverages like umbrella liability insurance. Overall, every auto repair business and dealer business will be a little bit different. So you do want to make sure that you have specific coverages that your business actually needs. But for the most part, a lot of times these will be a lot of the basics that nearly every auto repair business and garage business will be looking into. So thank you for watching. And if you are looking for help with your business insurance, I would love the opportunity to work with you and see if our team can help. There are a lot of ways to get a hold of me, and they should all be in the description below. Please feel free to text, call, email, fill out a contact form, whatever's easiest. And if you have any other questions about insurance, please feel free to either reach out directly or leave them in the comments below. I would love to help answer those as well. So thank you again.